brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin on a Monday morning. Yes, it's Canada Day week. You know what that means? We're going to celebrate separately, physically distanced, but still. Is proud the word? I'm not even sure at this point. It's Canada Day. It's an auspicious occasion because, well, is that the right word, auspicious?
It depends what you're trying to say.
I suppose. Dirty. No. It's a cause for celebration. But it's also a cause to mark, the history of Canada. Not just the proud stuff, but all the stuff we have to reflect on. And, I think it's a time to celebrate, but it's also a time to look back and be like, we really did some nasty stuff too.
I think it's one of those things where you celebrate, but maybe you make the cake taste a little bitter or something.
Yeah, I pickled the figs myself. Great show coming up this morning to start off your Canada Day week. We got Dr. Michael Bokor coming on at around 8 o'clock to talk about the NWT Miracle. If you haven't heard about this, we'll get into it during the show, but we'll have him come in and talk to us about it as well. It's an unprecedented food drive happening on July 1st, and we'll give you the details as we move on through the show. How was everyone's weekend?
Pretty good. Still exhausted.
Right?
I don't know why.
Well, because you went out camping again after a big camp.
I had a good sleep last night.
You did, eh?
Got
I did
home
too.
at a good time. Yeah.
I had weird dreams, though. I had a dream that I was trying to smuggle a bunch of stuff across a border. Didn't know what border it was in some sort of post-dystopian future. With Mike Gibbons.
Really?
Yeah, it's strange. Ollie?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Great.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler, Lekter, and AJ with you on your Monday morning. Up on the board this morning is Lekter's neighborhood plea. We don't hear rants from Lekter much, but he's got one, and it's for you who don't clean up your poo. The dog poo, not your own poo. Hopefully you clean up your own poo.
Yeah, hopefully you clean your own poo.
Hopefully you have some sort of receptacle for that.
Yeah. Like a flushing.
Something
hooked up to a big
or
bucket.
Or a honey bucket.
Well, yeah, no, that
you got a honey
too.
bucket.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I mean,
if you have a
or a gym
flushing
membership.
honey bucket. Wow.
Well, I mean, there's compostable toilets.
Oh, wow. There's so much I don't know about.
Yeah.
There's tons of options for your poop.
Yeah, absolutely. There are tons of options for your poop, one of which is leaving it on the ground, but that makes you a poop hole. So, Lekter?
So, I know generally the time we talk about, there's certain times of year when we specifically talk about certain things. And April in Yellowknife is specifically the single month that we talk about picking up your dog poop.
It's National Dog Poop Month.
It is. Because everything's starting to melt, as we all know. The poop is revealing itself, and things look really nasty for about a couple weeks until some good Samaritans go clean it all up. And we're like, oh, okay, this isn't an issue anymore. People always clean up their dog poop in this town. Not the case.
They don't.
Gentlemen.
That's why it always takes like a volunteer to do it.
So not having a backyard, I have to take the dogs just around the block when they want to do their business, end of the night sort of thing. And on my route is the diocese office on 52nd. Mm-hmm. They've got a nice big parking lot that goes right from 52nd to the back alley there.
Yeah.
Very convenient to go around.
Absolutely.
But I always make sure, as a responsible dog owner, of course, I pick up my dog poop.
Of course.
Always make sure I have bags in my pocket.
Yep.
And I, for the most part, have noticed that, this area is pretty good for the most part. You see the odd one. But last night I was out there on my regular route with the dogs, and I noticed there was an excessive amount of dog poop in the diocese office parking lot, which I know was not my fault.
What's an excessive amount?
Well, like
10,
4 or 5 piles that I could immediately spot. There might have been some hidden amongst the trees.
Some had a wild weekend.
Well,
just trying to paint a picture, that's all.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thanks. Yeah. How many piles of poop are we talking? Are they bigger piles? Are they smaller piles?
And I know it's not my fault.
No.
Again, as a responsible dog owner.
Yeah,
okay.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, you do.
Really harping on about that.
Mm.
Is that getting annoying?
No.
No.
I'm just wondering. You keep saying it.
Because I'm responsible.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
Got it now.
Okay. So a couple months ago, when I was on that route,
Flashback.
flashback. someone who works at the diocese office.
Yeah.
I think they were going out to their car at the time. And I was taking the dogs through the parking lot. And they said they just, just a friendly, like, hello. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And they're just like, can you make sure that you you pick up after your dog?
You got blamed.
And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I always do. And he's like, okay, cool. Very friendly, just like making sure. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I immediately had my like hackles up. Just like, get off my back, man. Of course I clean up my dog's poo.
Absolutely.
I'm a responsible dog owner.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. It's like we rehearsed that. That was beautiful. And I got like a little bit defensive in my head because I was like, yeah, of course I clean up my dog poo.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. Anyway.
But he's the only one you've seen walking your dog through there.
But yeah, I'm probably the only one that he sees regularly bringing their dog through there.
Shady looking guy.
Perception is reality.
Right?
Hair,
Yeah.
One of those
hair.
long hairs.
Clearly doesn't care about his appearance, so why would he care about our parking lot's appearance?
Which is ironic because this guy spends so much time in front of the mirror.
Yeah. But then last night, as I was going on, I saw those.
Yeah.
I saw those piles of poo.
Yeah.
And I thought back to that gentleman. I was like, yeah, no, he had a legit plea because clearly people are not picking up after their dogs. And I thought, man, and like if he sees me out here again, he's gonna be like, hey.
I told you to pick up your
Strike 2.
I talked to you
responsible
about
dog
this.
owner.
That's right. And I'm gonna have to be like, no, I swear to God, I understand now why you thought, but no, I am not this person. I'm not this person. I am not these people responsible for making a mess of your parking lot. But I empathize with you now because you have to clean that up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to clean that up.
It's not mine.
So my neighborhood plea is that people downtown with dogs, please, I know it's not April. It's not dog poo month, but it's still important.
I call it spring, but yeah, okay.
For the sake of
It's not spring
Lekter's.
anymore. It's summer.
It is summer, yeah.
I was just saying dog poop thaw month.
Yeah.
I just call it spring. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're losing light every day. It's summer.
I mean, April's like kind of still winter here, but.
Okay, well, let's not get into it. Let's not get into the seasons. You know how I get all fired up.
Please pick up after your dogs. I don't want to get yelled at again by the diocese office people. All right?
And you swore to God in front of them, so that's some serious business.
Yeah.
That's right.
If you get strike 3, you're going to have to
I
take
might
your
get
poop
struck
somewhere else.
down.
Yeah.
Maybe. We don't know what the extent of their capabilities
We
are.
really don't. And I don't want to test them, quite
And
frankly.
your punishment will be buried under dog poop. That's what your punishment will be.
Well, that
You
seems hard.
Buried under
Can I take struck down by lightning instead?
Nope.
No.
It's got to be an appropriate sentence.
Please clean up after your dogs. For the love of God.
And
That's
the,
all.
And
That's
the
all
love
I
of the
got.
diocese
That's
parking
all I
lot.
got.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate a couple of minutes with you.
Thank you for affording me that.
No problem.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
Monday morning. Yes, that's right. It's the 29th of June, and tonight, at Folk on the Rocks, you can't go, but you can watch. Brought to you by the Northern Arts Center and the Northern Arts Center, the National Arts Center. This one's going nationwide, and Facebook and Cabin. Don't forget that little Cabin radio, the little radio station that could be a radio station at some point. We'll be hosting on our page. There's a live stream going on from there and streaming on the National Arts Center Facebook page as well. It's Pitt. It's the legendary Pitt putting on a little socially distant or physically distant. Not socially distant. This music brings us all together.
That's right.
This music makes us want to touch each other.
Socially
Well
inclusive.
said.
Yeah. What's that?
Socially inclusive.
Socially inclusive.
Physically
Physically distant. This music makes you want to dance, makes you want to touch people.
But don't.
But don't, unless they're in your top 5, and then you touch them. You touch them all over the place. The legendary Pitt playing tonight. They're playing at the Beer Gardens, and we're streaming it. Is that or on the main stage?
Yeah, beer gardens.
Sweet. They put on a great show starting live tonight at 7 o'clock. You can catch it on our Facebook page, National Arts Center Facebook page, and on Facebook Live, which I imagine is what we'll be using
Correct.
for streaming, right?
Correct.
Right. With a sound that spans genre and decade, they have captured the northern hearts of young and old alike. I'd agree with that.
Yeah, they have a very old soul
Yeah.
sound.
They do. Absolutely. I mean,
A lot of funk.
yeah, they got a little bit of funk to
They
them.
captured my heart, and I'm like somewhere in between young and old.
Yeah, right in the middle,
yeah.
right in the meaty part.
I
of the
noticed
curve.
they didn't mention that. Not
No.
everyone in between.
Yeah, no.
Just young and old.
Just the young and old alike.
Yeah.
No one in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you call those again, Lecter? Boomers? Is that what you?
Boomers, yeah. Like Sarah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like Sarah.
Sarah's a boomer.
Just like the
Boomers-
youngest person in this
Boomers
office.
are old. Boomers be old.
I had a slip of the tongue on Thursday when
Would
you
you-
were
you
away.
called
and
Sarah
I-
a boomer?
I asked Sarah if she was a boomer, meaning millennial.
Oh, it's
Just
boomer.
skipping generations. You know, my brain doesn't work good
No?
all the
It was
Tim.
awesome. It was a
Oh,
good
Tim.
start to the break. Sarah, you're a boomer.
Well, she does have an old soul. I feel
does.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she feels more
Because
mature
she's more mature than all of us.
all of
Yeah.
us put together.
Yeah.
That includes Ollie.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I hear the MC too.
It's going to be some sort of dork.
a dork to behold.
A dork to be. But I mean that part of Pitt's like appeal is that they call themselves the man. What is it? A boy band, man child band, right?
Did you just conceptualize that in your brain right now?
A man child band.
Went
so they're
through- you
a
went
group
through
of
every
man
option.
children. They're goofy.
We're a man
at times.
band.
They're a man band. Man band, child band, boys.
We're not a boy band. We're a man band.
We're a man band. Don't lump us in with all those people. We're a man band. A man-child band. And, I mean, that fits.
Yeah.
They've got some quirkiness. They've got some goofiness to them.
They
They're
do.
exceptionally talented. Thus brings in AJ, who is all those things as well.
I'm going to be so dry. Coming up next.
We'd like to thank our
Legendary Pit.
sponsors, the National Arts Center and Facebook and Folk on the Rocks. Proud to present Yellowknife's own Pit.
I
There.
definitely thought at first when I saw this this event announcement that
Yes.
they had just misspelt the acronym Northern Arts and Cultural Center. They're just like, oh, they missed a C. Like, come on, guys.
Come on.
No.
Proofread your Facebook posts.
National Arts
No, that's the big one.
Center.
I'm just
the
gonna say-
other knack.
I'm going to say that the poster is weird that it has Folk on the Rocks, it has the National Arts Center, and then it has Facebook as one of the like the sponsors of the show.
Well,
How did Mark get in here?
Yeah.
You know, like it's a young company, just trying to
That's
just
right.
trying to give it
That's
a
right.
little
Just
boost.
Give it that cabin radio bump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
With the
Facebook
help,
could use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the help of a northern music festival, a northern band.
I mean,
and,
there's
the National Arts Center.
2.4 billion profiles, but there's 7.3 billion people on the planet.
That's
Like, I mean, they don't even have half the people on the planet.
They're missing out.
Yeah.
right.
Cabin Radio
What's
recently
that
just
math?
gave Facebook a grant.
Yeah, 2.4 is less than half of 7.3. Yes.
Okay, I thought you said okay.
No, I said 2.4 versus 7.3.
There goes my brain again.
Being not good. Tonight at 7. They're going to play at the beer gardens again. I mean, are there? Did they invite like a VIP
No.
list? No one's there.
I should say you're not supposed to tell them where it's at.
Oh,
It is completely virtual. There is no physical.
Don't go. But I mean, it literally says "Folk on the Rocks," "Folk on the Rocks," "Folk on the Rocks."
That's what it says for location?
This-
Oh, that's
this
so
is-
funny.
this is
We had a
3 times.
We had a very specific email.
Well, okay,
about
I think you can guess where it might be
that. Yeah, okay.
when
Well,
you
but you
see
can't
it.
go.
You can't go. They're not going to let
It's
you in.
no, like we weren't even allowed to bring plus ones.
Oh,
Yeah, like people who are there volunteering.
oh, the people who are there volunteering. So
Yeah.
there are people. So there are people there. Why do there need to be volunteers if there's no one there?
to run the stream. It's going to be quite the production. There's going to be multiple camera angles. There's
Of
going to
course.
be different graphics showing up. There's going to be an MC, which will be
Which is AJ.
will be all right, I guess.
mean,
That's
Maybe.
nice.
without
Hopefully.
that, I don't know. It
You-
wouldn't have been
yeah,
legit.
don't tune in. Yeah.
No.
Unless
Don't.
I'm emceeing.
That's right. That's right. So AJ's going to MC that tonight. That's not at the Folk in the Rock site. I have no idea where it is. Some secret location
Some magical
inside
place.
the city. What?
It's within the music.
It's within the music. That's right. So travel with us, won't you, to see the Legendary Pit tonight at 7 on our Facebook page and the National Arts Center Facebook page, also in partnership with Facebook.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the cabin. Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. Night Sweats?
The
What is
Sweats.
going on right now? Night Sweats. SOB to
I'm a
finish
little
off the
switty right
first.
now.
I'm a switty. Get switty in here. Finishing off the first hour of MATC. MATC hour number 2 starts right now Wheeler, Lekter, and AJ with you on your Monday morning, joined by Michael Bokor, who is here to talk about an NWT Miracle. On July 1st, he and hundreds of volunteers are hoping to pull off one of probably the biggest food drive in NWT history. Michael, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. So the NWT Miracle has been circulating on Facebook for quite some time. A lot of people kind of really not really knowing what's going on, but a lot of people have signed up for it. You've got over a couple hundred volunteers now. Tell us about the NWT Miracle.
Yeah, so on July 1st at noon, we're asking people to put a canned good out, some non-perishables on their front doorstep or somewhere easily accessible.
Yep.
And then we're just having volunteers go door to door to pick it up and then taking it to a central drop-off and storage location.
Simple as that.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if you've got some non-perishable foods in your house, which we all do, especially since we were hoarding for the last couple of months because we thought the world was going to end, it didn't. So take some of those non-perishables, put them on your front stoop, and someone will come by on July 1st and it's not, you don't have to register for anything, just put them out there. People are going to be going by everybody's houses on July 1st to pick up these non-perishable foods. Now, it's we did a story on this last week. There was a miracle event on May 16th in Chatham-Kent, Ontario. They gathered 678,200 pounds of food in one day. And this is where you got your inspiration.
Yeah, my sister was a part of the organizing team in Ontario, and it just was so amazing. I think they unofficially beat the record or Guinness Book of World Records for most food gathered in one day.
Wow.
And they also raised like $100,000, and they weren't asking for money. It just
People
was
were
happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, so people are so excited about it. I think it was just kind of the COVID crisis. Everyone was at home there.
Yeah.
Didn't have work, and were just figuring out how they could get involved.
Yeah,
Right.
and how they could help anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty incredible. And then you just mentioned on the 27th in Windsor, Essex in Ontario, 200,000 kilos of food. So if anybody's good at math, that's
200,000 kilos of food.
That's right. But we were converting to pounds because we were talking about pounds.
Oh, I see.
But we work on the metric system here.
That's
Jeff.
like-
That's right. So it's like 440,000 pounds
Like-
of food.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure.
And I think they're still counting, to be honest. I
Oh,
think
wow.
that was just initial estimate, so I'm pretty sure there'll be much, much more than that.
Well, of course, they're still counting.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to take one day to gather it all up and another week to figure out how much there is. So, yeah, I mean, it's as easy as that. Like we were saying, July 1st, at noon, place a non-perishable food item on your doorstep. They'll pick it up and give it to those who need it.
I
It's
think
as simple as that.
one thing that we want to say is that's in Yellowknife for sure.
Yes.
And we're trying to do that in Fort Smith as well. We do
Okay.
need more volunteers in Fort Smith.
Okay.
Hay River and Inuvik, you just have to drop it off at your drop-off location.
Okay,
which
perfect.
Hay River is the Anglican Church, and Inuvik is the Legion Hall.
Mhm.
And we're still kind of drumming up support in other communities. So we're not sure what's going to happen in the next 2 days. We might end up having a couple more communities join up.
Yeah,
So,
of course. It's
Yeah.
the NWT. We all
Yeah.
arrive late. We all arrive late and expect everything just kind of be organized for us.
Well, now that you've finally answered their questions about what is this miracle, is this going to be a good thing? Should I get involved?
It's just one of those good miracles.
Yeah.
Because I've been burned before in the past.
These miracle crews don't go anywhere. You can find out more information at the NWT Miracle on Facebook. Yeah, and I mean, like the first question: are you going to every door in Yellowknife?
we're going to definitely try.
Yeah.
Cam Lake might be a bit tricky. Some
Yes.
people like live in their shops, so
Yeah,
we're not
that's
sure
right.
where those people are located, but we're going to try everything else.
Okay, perfect. I mean, that's about as
easy.
easy as it can. Yeah, about as easy as it can come. You don't have to go to the food bank. You don't have to go anywhere else. Just drop it on your front step.
Yeah.
This is going to throw Salvagers Unite in an absolute tumble.
Oh, that's an incredibly good point. Because one of the biggest problems with Salvagers Unite is that people are just like leaving stuff out, and people just come by and grab it.
Right.
And it's like that was meant for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what?
Salvagers Unite.
If someone takes it, then they need the food.
Exactly.
So like,
That's exactly
good
right.
call.
That's a good point.
Take
So
the
it's
food if
all
you need
going
it.
to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Good point.
Exactly.
Have you
Going where it
had
needed.
people reach out, kind of shyly be like, do you guys accept toilet paper? Because I have
So much.
I can't get rid of this
Just,
Not
you
a
know.
single person. I was thinking that was going to be a thing, but it's not.
One thing we kind of touched on before we got on here was that some people were concerned because they didn't really know what it was. Where's the food going? And like, are you involving local charities and things like that?
Yeah, we are. We definitely know that the Women's Society in Yellowknife, the Salvation Army. There's a couple other charities that are getting involved in Yellowknife. The United Way has a campaign to raise money now as well. In Hay River, the Anglican Church is taking it on. In Inuvik, the Legion, who's distributing food. So it's just kind of local groups who are going to make sure that it gets to people in need. And it's not, I think the big message is this is by the NWT for the NWT.
Yes.
So it's not really any questions asked. It just needs to go to people who need it, which I think there's many more people in the territory right now who do need that support.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially given what's going on. But food security is also always a major issue in the NWT, especially in the isolated communities where things are so very expensive. So this is a great way for you to help, and an easy way for you to help out as well. And if you do want to volunteer, they're still looking for volunteers. So if you want to get out there on Canada Day and really give back to the community, you can get in touch with Mike. And where else can they get in touch as well if they want to volunteer?
NWTmiracle.com, simple form. You just sign up and we'll contact you in the next 24 hours. You can private message us on Facebook. We'll figure it out.
Right on. There it is. And then you'll be given a route, you drive around the city, or just help people, be a passenger in there and grab food and load up. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, but I mean, with a few hundred volunteers, get it done.
Yeah. Get assigned a street and off you go.
There you go. Well, probably more than a street.
I was thinking a very long street. But yeah.
So 70
School
houses.
draw is yours.
Franklin.
70 houses apiece?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
All right. That works.
Manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's manageable.
Oh, yeah. Here's a good one. It's actually on your Facebook page. What if I live on the Ingram Trail or I'm a houseboater?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you're a houseboater, we're going to have a vehicle pick up at the government dock.
Yeah.
One of our volunteers has actually kind of rallied all the houseboaters together and is
very
actually
nice.
taking the food to her houseboat right now, and then we'll bring it over.
Okay.
Ingram Trail, we haven't quite figured that one out yet, but you can go to Prelude, and there will be someone going around Prelude picking up food.
Perfect.
Nice.
We are looking for other kind of volunteers in other novel locations, like Fred Henney.
Yeah.
Would be kind of cool. So
That'd be
we can go
great.
do that. So yeah, if you have something creative, the whole thing is one little action makes a miracle. So we're not telling you what you have to do. You can do whatever you want as long as this helps this food drive out.
Absolutely. And it's-
Amazing.
and again, we keep coming back to it. Very easy way to be a part of something very cool. Because a lot of people, I don't have time to volunteer. I don't have time to do this.
Yeah, you can be lazy.
You can be lazy.
Finally,
Someone
a
else
lazy
is doing all
charity.
the work for
Exactly.
you. It's the
That-
best.
Exactly. You can enjoy your Canada Day.
I've got to go to the end of the driveway. Are you serious?
My day. This is my day.
Gosh, I'm so nice.
Hey, if that's what makes you give to people who need food, then there it is. Whatever rationalization you need for yourself.
Well, Mike,
nice.
thank you for taking advantage of our charitable spirit.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
really appreciate
specifically
it.
you guys.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. NWTmiracle.com for more information. Also sign up to volunteer. And again, you may have some FAQs, and they're all up on the Facebook page. But really, it's this: anytime before noon on July 1st, place some non-perishable food items in a box or a bag outside your door, and some stranger will come and take it from your doorstep. I know I'm making it sound weird, but it's an incredible thing to do, and it's an incredibly easy thing to do to participate. So, Michael, thank you so much for organizing this and getting everybody together. I know you got Wes and Boussolet in there as well.
Yep.
Who's if you haven't met Wes, have you guys met Wes? One of my favorite people in the world. He's a wonderful person, and he's organizing the volunteers.
I'll take your word for it.
There's a lot of people actually behind the scenes. I think we have about 25 people on the team.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know Renee Sanderson. She did Pay It Forward YK. She's one of our main organizers.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah, there's a lot of people kind of behind the scenes.
And people doing graffiti all over the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love the guerrilla marketing.
That's
Yes.
right.
So good. Down the sidewalk chalk. Tough on my block, though. The kids on my block are tough. They got their turf. You don't mess with their sidewalks.
That's right.
So.
We're kind of like forcing the issue here. We did it right in front of Cabin Radio. So we were very smart about that.
And I heard you did it right,
Well
in front of City Hall, and the mayor caught your graffiti taggers out front, and they were kind of like, "Are we allowed to do this?" And she said no, and she kicked him off the program. Hey, you can't. You get out of here. NWTmiracle.com. Find out more information. Also to volunteer. July 1st at noon. Put out some food on your doorstep. Michael and some of his volunteers will come by to pick it up. Michael, thank you so much. This is an incredible story. It's we hope you guys have major success. I mean, we're not going to get 800,000 kilograms of food, but I mean, for our city, I know we can do very, very well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have any estimates?
No, actually, we've no goals.
Don't
we
wanna
get
do it.
10 cans of food. I'm happy.
Yep.
We get 1,000. I'm happy.
Okay, let's go
Win-win
for more than
situation.
1,000.
Yeah,
let's go for more than
Let's do our
1,000.
best.
Let's try for more than that.
Let's make Michael really happy.
Yeah, really
I mean, like,
happy.
800,000 kilos, so it might become unmanageable. So let's
that
not do
might
that.
upset you a little.
All of a sudden, these non-perishable foods are starting to perish. We have too much. Awesome. Thanks for joining us
Thank
this
you.
morning. Absolutely. NWTmiracle.com. Go there for more info and to volunteer and be a part of the miracle.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Monday morning before Canada Day, which is coming up on Wednesday, and all kinds of stuff going on Canada Day, including Canada Corner, which is like an episode of COVID or Cabin Corner, but it's on Canada Day, and it's at noon, starring Ollie. For half an hour, you will be entertained and whatever else.
By someone who's not a citizen of Canada.
Shouldn't even have the right to vote. But he's in the middle of his citizenship, so he's almost a citizen.
Has he started?
Hasn't he?
I don't think so.
Ollie!
Okay.
All right. No,
Let's assume he's not.
he's mum on the whole citizenship.
I think he just said that just to shut us up.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because you were arguing over whether or not a person who has more knowledge of municipal and territorial elections within this city and pays taxes within the city and has lived here for more than 5 years should have the right to vote.
No.
I don't think that factored in.
Oh, okay,
I think he just
okay.
likes to hold that over us.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
He is a better Canadian than we are.
Absolutely
And is
he
not
is.
a citizen.
He cares. I take it for granted. So the city of Yellowknife invites residents to take part in a virtual Canada Day celebrations on Cabin Radio. That's us, the Canada Corner on July 1st at noon. Also, AJ, you're going to be emceeing another thing this week,
A virtual Canada Day.
a virtual Canada Day.
Very similar.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are emceeing something that is in direct competition with your business's thing.
Yep, pretty much.
Great.
Yeah. No, Canada Corner is like half an hour.
Canada Corner, also a chance to win a 128 gig iPad that someone has lying around.
Is that
You have a prize?
Is that our merch?
I think so.
Is that our merch iPad we're giving away?
I was just like,
This is news to
128
me.
gig iPad. I was like, wow, that's cool. Those are still around, huh? It's an iPad 7.
It's just a really big iPhone 11.
That's right. It's slightly bigger.
Yeah.
iPhone 11.
An iPad 7?
Yeah.
I didn't know they
Well, they stopped at
denoted
7.
iPads like
They stopped
that.
at 7,
Okay.
right? They started coming out in like 2010.
Yeah.
Stopped at 7.
I only remember there being the iPad and then the iPad Mini. I don't remember there being
Well, no, they had like every couple of
iPad
years they'd
5,
update,
6, 7.
right? Because
Oh,
you
okay.
can't, like, you know how Apple stuff works? That's not, if you update it too many times, it's like, oh, it
It
doesn't work.
explodes.
It explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every
No, that's
iPad.
Samsung.
Every yeah, not like that Samsung. I had a Galaxy S4 for 5 years.
Until it exploded.
That's right. Until it exploded in my hand. But every iPad, I feel like should have that note. This iPad will self-destruct after 5 updates.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of the first one.
So that's the prize we're giving away.
No, that's an awesome prize. iPads are still pretty awesome.
That one's got
Yeah.
at least a few years before it
Probably.
explodes.
It's a 128 gig iPad.
Yeah.
You fill that. You know what I like to when people are, they're buying vehicles and they're like, "Whoa, there are DVD headrests in this thing." It's like, no, there's not. But I'll tell you what I'll do. Throw in an iPad and you can fill it up with as many things as you want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Rather than like reaching for a DVD every time, strap it to the back of your headrest and keep those kids shut up.
Parenting 101.
That's
Give
right.
them an iPad.
Give them an iPad. Let them touch it. Let them load it up without whatever they want.
U2's recording a new album right now. It'll just drop on there without
Just
your
be
knowledge. It'll be
included
fine.
on that iPad. It's just-
Comes with every download of an iTunes.
yeah, that's right. And Bono will scare your children into submission. That's going on Canada Day. Oh my goodness, all kinds of stuff. Rotary Club International, Rotary Club of Yellowknife also doing a Celebrate Canada Day at Home event. That's starting at 12:01 a.m. So I guess you could just. Well, that's how they have it listed, right? So if you list the whole day, it doesn't have a start time.
Oh,
It's
of course.
12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. So they are encouraging everybody to dress up, you and your family in your home for Canada Day. Take a photo of yourself, your family, and at home, and post it on the Facebook page with a description of how you celebrate your Canada Day. And everyone who posts a picture will be entered into a random draw on July 3rd to win great prizes, including the barbecue, gift cards, and more. Additional prize details will be posted on their Facebook page, which is Rotary YK.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
so
a lot
the
of
Canada
stuff
Day one I'm doing is live performers.
Yes.
Over Zoom.
Absolutely.
And then there's actually a bit of a Q&A.
Our welder's daughter performing from Eastern Europe.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Grace Clark, actually. We just played Grace Clark's
That's right.
latest single earlier
She's
this
playing.
morning.
She'll be playing in town.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and then you can send in questions and stuff after their set, too.
And then remember,
Cool.
because we're in phase 2, you can have up to 25 people at your house outside.
No, 50 now.
Is it 50?
Outside gatherings.
Who
are
the
50.
hell wants
Outside
50
is
people
50.
at their house?
Outside is 50. Inside, I'm not 10.
No,
I
inside
think
is
it's
still 10.
25.
25?
Inside, isn't
I
it?
don't think so.
Who can fit 25 people in their house?
Well, at a socially, at a physically distant, responsibly
Yeah.
physically distant, 25 people in your house.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't all live in Grace Lake
No, we don't.
or Old Town for that matter.
Yeah.
So there you go. You can have some parties, right? I have parties.
No, wouldn't recommend it.
No?
No.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're outside and you're keeping
No
it physical.
celebrating.
No celebrating.
I think that's the theme of
No
this.
fun. No fun.
Right. Canada Day 2020. No celebration. Sit quietly and reflect on what Canada means to everybody in Canada. I joke, but actually, that's probably something you should do on Canada Day. It can't just be a day of frivolity. You got to celebrate the good, and you got to reflect on the bad, because there's a lot of work that Canada still has to do. And hey, here's an interesting thing: you can criticize your country while still liking it. It's one of those things. One of those things.
Jesse, if you don't like Canada,
Why don't you just go back where you came from? Okay, Northern Alberta. That's where my people are from. So I'll just go back there and...
well, I mean that kind of works, like because Alberta might be separated.
Did I say Northern
right?
Alberta? I meant Northern Manitoba. Pardon me.
Yeah, no, they're very much in Canada.
They're going to stick around for a long time. Yeah.
Much to Louis Riel's
Alberta,
chagrin.
one oil comment away from just leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, Alberta. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. I know you powered the economy for a long time, but those days are probably over.
We're picking up our province and we're going to Saudi Arabia.
Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Canada Day 2020. Canada turns 100 and... How old are we now?
153, I believe.
153.
Yeah.
Barely look a
young
day
pup.
over 150.
Yeah. Just popped up.
That's right.
153 years ago.
Yeah. Still acting like a 150-year-old. Back in my day, we were able to do whatever the hell we wanted.
We burned down the White House.
We burned down... Why are we Southern?
I don't know. We're talking
Everybody
about,
from
talking
old
about
time,
Alberta.
even in Canada in the 1800s, everybody talked like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've come a long way.
we've come a long. We really haven't. No, we have. But
As far as accents go,
yeah,
yes.
that's exactly right. We all talk like this now. Jeez.
Geez, right?
Oh, jeez. I could barely do that accent without dropping an F-bomb.
Yeah, this
It's
is
one of
tough.
those
Yeah.
What about that weather?
What? All right.
Eh?
You know what?
You wacky Canadians.
Oh, yeah.
Too far, AJ.
Yeah, totally, Kane.
So we have Ollie doing Canada Corner, and we have me doing the Canada Day celebration for City
Two
of Elder.
foreigners celebrating Cabin Radio's Canada Day.
Celebrating our proud immigration past.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
right.
like it.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah. Don't worry, Alberta. These immigrants are white.
The rest of us born and raised Canadians can just sit back and relax.
We got it from here, guys.
Please help pull the load.
Where's my double?
Please help pull the load.
That was good. That was better.
That's very good.
Yeah, that was a very good Canadian
very
accent.
good. Awesome.
I've been working on it my whole life.
Oh, man. Got to fit in somehow.
Somehow. Still working on that part.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what? That's going to do it for Mornings in the Cabin today. We'll bone up on Canada Day celebrations again tomorrow, and remind you guys that the NWT Miracle also on Wednesday on Canada Day. Literally all you have to do, I mean, I'm going to give you all the information you need. Take them non-perishable food items, put them in a box or a bag, put them on your front stoop. Someone's going to come by and collect them. So if you hear someone walking up your stoop on Wednesday, that's who it is. Hopefully.
Put the shotgun away.
That's right. And if you want to make donations, go to nwtmiracle.com as well. You can get in touch with them that way. I wouldn't suggest leaving bags of cash with your non-perishable food items, but donate some other way if you'd like to. So there you go. Lots of ways to participate and make Canada Day great for everybody.
Make it great again.
No, don't. Damn it.
Is that where you're going with that?
No. It's a red and white thing, too.
Let's make
son of a-
Canada Day great again.
Ugh.
I know you didn't mean to say it like that, but,
But here we are.
here we are.
It's really the only way to say it.
I mean, our 120th birthday was pretty great.
When was that? That was
33 years ago.
years ago, roughly.
like
My first Canada Day.
1987.
Oh, no, I wasn't born yet. 86.
All right, great.
Well,
Anyway.
125 was in 1992. So
well, glad we got that all
Oh,
wrapped
that
up.
one was pretty good, too. Yeah.
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were. Have yourselves a great day. Be good to each other and all that. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.